Have you ever taken a beautiful picture in dim light, only to find it looks grainy and speckled when you view it later? It is a common frustration for many photographers, turning what should be a memorable shot into something less than ideal. The primary reason your low-light photos appear noisy is due to a high ISO setting on your camera. ISO measures your camera sensor's sensitivity to light. In low-light situations, your camera automatically, or you manually, increases the ISO to make the sensor more sensitive, allowing it to capture enough light for a proper exposure. When you raise your ISO, your camera is essentially amplifying the signal from the sensor. Imagine turning up the volume on a quiet song. You hear the music louder, but you also start to hear background static. Similarly, increasing ISO amplifies not just the light signal but also the electrical interference or random variations within the sensor, which we perceive as digital noise. This noise manifests as random colored pixels or speckles, especially in the darker areas of your image. To minimize noise, try to introduce more light into your scene whenever possible. If that is not an option, you can adjust your camera settings by using a wider aperture, which is a smaller f-number, to let in more light. Alternatively, you can use a slower shutter speed, but this often requires a tripod to avoid blurry images caused by camera shake. These adjustments allow you to keep your ISO lower, reducing the need for signal amplification and thus minimizing noise. Understanding the balance between ISO, aperture, and shutter speed is key, a concept often referred to as the exposure triangle. Modern cameras do have increasingly better signal-to-noise ratios, meaning they handle higher ISO settings more cleanly, but the fundamental principle remains. Some photographers even embrace a certain level of noise as a stylistic choice, adding a film like grain to their images rather than aiming for clinical perfection. By understanding why noise appears and how your camera responds to low light, you gain greater control over your images. This knowledge empowers you to make informed decisions about your camera settings, letting you capture clearer, more aesthetically pleasing photos, even when the light is far from perfect.